Yep, and I just started it. Okay. Hi everyone, it's Beth, and I'm in text messages with Victea, and sorry if you've seen pictures of Angel Red Medina and Garrett, the one I just subscribed to, but that's okay. But me and Katea have something to tell you guys. It's about the real us. Sure, we have always been making happy videos to see you guys happy, but in real life, we're sometimes not happy. Katea, how about you explain some of the things that we talked about? She says, well, you may know as the happy person, but in real life, I actually have depression and bad anxiety. And it is true. For years, she's always been having bad anxiety and depression. And some of it is not her fault. Some of it is because of personal stuff that she doesn't really want to talk about just yet, because she doesn't feel comfortable with it yet. So she still needs time and processing. And for me, I used to have bad anxiety too, and depression, as you already know. But I also have ADHD, PTSD, OCD, and bipolar disorder. And that's not uncommon. And some of the things we've been through has been very, very deep and personal. So, Katea, you don't mind me telling them about what happened to you in fourth grade when I saved you in the bathroom incident? She says, yeah, you can tell them even though it gave me really bad thoughts. I know it gave you bad thoughts, Katea. She's been having bad thoughts about the bathroom incident recently, and it's been scarring her for life. So, how do I start this? This was back in fourth grade after I met Katea, Tony, and the rest of our friends from school. After we became friends, there was this one time at recess where we were all talking until she showed us a lucky penny she had that she got from outside of school when she was walking, somewhere outside of the backyard. She showed it to us, but as she did, she accidentally dropped it. She was about to go grab it until she bumped into a kid that was a lot more older than us. Somewhere in, I don't know, somewhere in middle school. And some kids were allowed in the gym like that. She accidentally bumped into a boy that was a lot older than us, and he was making fun of her and telling her that she was very clumsy and that she can't get up. And other kids were laughing at her too. I came in and stood up for her that one day, and I even helped her up. But after I did, he walked past me and he sort of gave me a smirk and winked at me. When he did, I had some really bad thoughts about him. But Kateyan said that he was probably a nice person and that maybe he's not ready to meet new friends or new people. I did trust her, but I also really had a bad feeling about him. Then a couple minutes later, Kateya said she was going to go to the bathroom, and while she was going to the bathroom, I saw that kid and he started following her. And when he did, this is going to shock all of you but Kateya in the bathroom, he wasn't the boy wasn't allowed to go into the girls' room, but he didn't care. And well, he started to molest her. And while he was doing that, he almost raped her. As I mean by that, I won't go into too much details, but when he was about to rape her, he was he was also hurting her. He was sort of like pinning her against the wall and holding onto her wrists. But he let go of one of her arms and she was trying to stop him. But she was not that strong enough, so he started hitting her and started pushing her down on the wall very badly in one of the stalls in the bathroom. She started screaming for help, but he also was trying to cover her mouth so she wouldn't say anything, which also made her started to suffocate. But I heard her screaming for help, and when I did hear her, I started running towards. I ran towards one of the teachers that was keeping an eye on us, and I told one of the teachers to get some help is because my friend is in trouble. The teacher started doing that, and I went into the girl's bathroom where I heard her. I heard her into the first stall as soon as I came into the bathroom. When I opened the door, he was pulling up her shirt, holding one of her wrists up inside of the bathroom stall, and almost tried to unzip her pants. He almost did with his too, but I stopped him. He looked at me, and when he did, I grabbed him by his shirt and I pushed him against a wall that was outside of the stall. I was so mad. I grabbed Katea gently because she was hurt. When I looked at her, she had one hickey on the right side of her neck and she had bruises that were on both of her wrists. And she was also crying. When I saw that, you should have seen me back then. I was really, really angry. I got so mad that I almost really wanted to hurt him. Like, just as bad. After I pushed him against the wall roughly, I sort of like put in my hand on the wall so he wouldn't get through. And I put in my other hand as a fist in the air. I wanted to punch him, but then Katea said to not to, so I stopped. But I did give him a warning saying that if he ever tries to do that to her again, I will come back and I will beat you up. And I will do it just as badly as if you were to be hurt back in your past. Or something like that. I don't remember what I said. So he really did get scared of me. And for a tall girl like me who also had short hair, he also did insult me when he was bullying her, but not as bad. I sort of took it. I was used to the bullying anyway. And I think that was after our best friends Keelan and Zamari bullied us. But I did let him go. But before he did get out of the girls' bathroom, there were teachers that were blocking the way. And I did went into the principal's office and I wasn't in that much trouble, but they said to me to not do that again. But I also told them that it was his fault and that he started doing it and she was trying to call for help and I couldn't stand there. I couldn't just stand there and watch her being hurt and raped and molested. And after a few months, we haven't saw that kid since. He did get suspended at first, but then he sort of said to his mother that he wants to be homeschooled. It's because he doesn't want to see the sight of me because he's scared of me. So that worked out in the end. And Katea has never been in through that ever since. Because I've always been there to protect her. This is still scarring her, and she's having a hard time letting it go. And she's been really sad. And back in 6th grade, she's also been dealing with other things that were also personal that we shouldn't get into just yet. Not until she's ready. But yeah, that is what happened to her. And as you already know about in the channel Blueberry's Cloud is And then a channel about Blueberry's Cloud. You already know how she's been through since it was obvious, but you already know about in the channel Blueberry's Cloud that took over for Nightmare Gotcha, which was one of our friends before. She has also been dealing with depression too, and she's having a hard time with her parents. She's also been being called fat and that she's ugly and that she's not going to get anywhere in life. But me and Kateev have also been supporting Blueberry, or her real name is Talon, but Blueberry Cloud, she's also been doing what we have too, but she's been dealing with a lot of abuse. I've also been dealing with abuse too, and Katea has too, and we are trying to support her too, even though we're also depressed on the inside too. Right, Katea? She said, yep, and sure, depression can happen to people. I have been through there. I even tried to kill myself when I was little, but I stopped myself before I did it. And I almost did the same thing too. But when I stopped myself is because I realized that it wasn't the right way to actually get rid of depression. It's only going to make depression even more worse. So I stopped having depression is because I had friends and family by my side, even though I kept feeling emotionless. Katea is still having some struggle with her depression, and she's afraid of getting help is because she thinks that nobody is going to feel what she feels, or that they're not going to feel the same way that she has. But since everybody feels that way, she doesn't have to be afraid of it. But she is still scared. She's just scared of talking to other people is because she thinks that they don't understand how she feels, and that she thinks it's not uncommon, and that maybe she's just the only one that feels this way. I did get that feeling too. I always was scared to have help. Even back in my school years, I didn't even tell my classmates or my teacher that I had depression. So I made up lies saying that I was sick from school and that I couldn't go in. So I made lies and I didn't tell everybody that I had depression because I was really scared that they would be angry at me and that I would get in so much trouble. Or that they would say that I'm not the best student. I really, really wanted to do schoolwork. It's just I was holding back is because of all the things that I've been through that I already told you about. I did still manage to go into school sometimes, but I would sometimes make up lies that I was sick. And I know that lying is wrong and that I shouldn't feel that way, but I had to do it for my best friends and my teacher's safety so they don't have to know what I was going through. I just couldn't bear to see everybody else feeling what I was feeling, even though I'm already causing much pain. So I stopped doing that and I'm happy again. But since Katea is still having some struggles, I'm helping her out. As a sister, I'm protecting her. But I'm not forcing her to do anything that she doesn't want to do or that's going to make her uncomfortable. And she'll tell you the same. Me and her have always been friends back in 4th grade. We're almost like childhood besties. But we also think of each other as sisters because friends are family. And friends are also important. And I want to help her as much as I can. Right, Katea? She said, "Yep, and I make up lies too, but I did it so that no one in my family gets hurt." So she also feels the same pain I was feeling. And since she still has struggle, I'm gonna help her out. And we're doing something as soon as she's 16 and I'm 17, but that is gonna be a secret. I will tell you afterwards, but we're not getting you guys involved. It is something that me and Katea have to do. We told it to some of our friends and they already know, but we're keeping it more of a secret. And this is when we were older, so don't worry, guys. We're not going to get hurt. And since I am older than she is, I am still going to protect her, but she also wants to take care of herself. And I have no problem with that. She also wants to be herself, and I'm not going to force her to be anybody else. And she knows that. She even tried to stop me one time from protecting her, and she said she can take care of herself. Right, Katea? She said, yeah, she did. She did that one time back in, I think, 5th or 6th grade. She did try to stop me. And that is where I did learn my lesson. She is a strong girl, but she also still has some fears. And that's okay. I mean, I still have a fear of spiders. And I know that some people call it arachnophobia, and I don't think I have arachnophobia. I don't know. But I think our friend Tony has arachnophobia because she also has a fear of spiders. Especially that huge one that was back at the Halloween party in music class. It was pretty funny just seeing her face. Katay would say the same because she was also there. She's we saw Tony seeing that huge spider that was in the corner of the board. And Kataya said she's afraid of the dark and she doesn't like darkness. And she agrees. I used to be afraid of the dark. Not until I one time asked my mom if I can stay in the dark for at least an hour in my room. And you know why I did that, guys? Is because my mom used to do that with her and her sister when they were younger. They stayed in the house in pitch black for the whole entire time. And they had to learn of the fear and they had to learn to not be afraid of the dark. And my mother can actually see in the dark, but she doesn't have glasses anymore. And I can see in the dark just fine too. I still have good eyesight, but I still need glasses. So I still have some blurriness in my eyes, but that's only because I can't see far away. I can see up close. I still have those glasses that I used to wear back in 6th grade. But that's it for today's video, guys. We only wanted to say this is because this was something we wanted to get off our chest, even if it is still upsetting us, but we're not letting it getting through us is because we still want to be happy and we don't want to worry others. So this is all we have for today. I'm sorry we can't do more is because we don't want to get into any more personal stuff because we're just not ready. And I already told you about my past, but Katea is not ready to tell hers yet. But she will tell you when she's ready on her channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to both of our channels. So we'll see y'all guys later. Say bye, Katea. She said bye. Okay, bye, guys.